Well met, and welcome back to Diablo 3. Well, before we talk to Tyrael, looks like we have a little bit of dialogue.
This disaster will make for great reading someday, provided that anyone survives to chronicle it. How fortunate I am to have met the savior of Westmarch. You simply must let me ask you some questions when your work is done.
Didn't we hear that already?
Honduras before founding Westmarch. Repelling this invasion would be child's play for him.
I don't know, that all sounded familiar. Got the stone again. Yes,
Seems
yes.
Our friend Malthael is in pandemonium.
No doubt he has gone to the fortress. Malthael can hold out there until the end of time. He is forcing us to come to him.
He's clever, delaying us while his power grows with each moment.
The only way to pandemonium is through the high heavens. Let us leave at once.
Huh. Not through a sewer this time.
What is this?
Oh no, what's going on?
Destroy the gate! The Nephilim is here!
Dares to attack us?
Oh sure, now you show up.
Malthael is my brother. I fought 1,000 battles by his side, and I care not that he seeks to destroy you and your kind. But my brother has grown sick, and he must be put down for his own sake. Yet I have not the heart to do this. And so it falls to you. Come, Nephilim, to Pandemonium.
Malthael tried to keep me from entering Pandemonium. I must be moving faster than he anticipated. Now, I will cross this wilderness, past the wreckage of countless battles between angel and demon. Somewhere out there is the Pandemonium Fortress, where the Angel of Death waits for me.
See, Paragon level 15. Wonder how long it's gonna take to get to 20. I'm thinking of, where is it? I'm still thinking of switching back to Linden. I just wonder if I should rank up these levels a little bit more. Especially life per hit and resist all. We'll see.
There is a siege camp not far from here. Meet me there, and I will show you what must be done.
Ravagers were among the most fearsome soldiers of hell. Having grown accustomed to the taste of war,
Whoa.
they remained in Pandemonium long after the last siege.
Must I do everything for you?
I had that.
Pandemonium is a vast, chaotic realm, and many demons remain scattered throughout it. In particular, the war-scarred marauders were unwilling to return to the Hells, and they have taken to pillaging the remaining angelic outposts in the battlefields. They may not be the most powerful of their kind, but they are clever and insidious, and no strangers to war.
Oh. That's enough of that. Ugh, I got it.
Patience is not one of my virtues, Nephilim.
Not yet. Is low.
That is a siege room. Bring it with you.
Let's not forget this.
Do you see the battering ram below? That is the only way you can breach the fortress gates. But it is useless without the siege rooms that power it. You have one in your possession, but there are two more. You will find them on the battlefield below, imprisoned along with the demons that carried them. Once you have the runes, go to the ram. But know this, Nephilim. Even if you release Malthael from his madness, I will not thank you for it.
That would be asking too much.
Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't ask you for things. Let's see. Anything good drop?
Pandemonium is a harsh realm, and its inhabitants must be resourceful to survive, but none more so than the scavengers, who armor themselves in the very rocks beneath their feet. They may appear as mighty giants to their foes, but a few hard strikes will reveal that their true form is much smaller. I suspect that the barbed lurker is part demon, for its appearance has an aspect far too sinister to occur naturally. It expels a noxious poison worthy of the hells, and from what I can tell, it will only feed on its own kind or the corpses of demons. One hopes it will never encounter a human. All of the of Pandemonium lie above ground. The tunnelers roam just beneath the surface, breaking through to snatch prey in their enormous jaws. And my heroic friends ask why I wish to stay inside the fortress.
Hey, we never asked that. I never questioned you staying in the Pandemonium Fortress. What you got there, Cormac? Okay, let's not forget the loot.
Our world even more. Chaff before the wind. Chaff before the wind.
Oh. Well, I'll check in a second. That makes 3, right? Got 2 here, 1 in there. And actually, that's only a Marquise as well. So maybe I should get it down to 2 of these, and then maybe switch back to an Amethyst. 653. Yeah, we'll figure that out. Oh boy.
The outskirts of Pandemonium, a lumbering giant with a gaping hollow at its core. Somehow, it can hide its body away, disguising itself as a mere portal. Those who pass through it are trapped in a distant world, never to be seen again.
I have found many references to the beasts of Pandemonium in Kane's old writings. He journeyed there 20 years ago to help a band of heroes seal away the primevals, and his discoveries appear to have shaken him deeply. Sometimes he would stare outside the fortress walls, and winged beasts would appear, calling his name.
I was just letting that run. It is kind of silly to hear those who enter the portal are never seen again and then immediately go through it, but we know we'll be fine. This is one of those branching maps. Okay, we had a little issue with the fire alarm going off for no apparent reason. It seems to have straightened itself out now, so let's hope there's no more problems tonight. Well, when I logged back in, we suddenly have a lot more dialogue. Let's see. Oh, you don't have your thing yet, Irena.
Leave me alone. I'm getting drunk, and no, I'm not sharing.
Talk to Hadrig about that dagger. You still don't know who killed your brother.
Oh, give it a rest! The bloody Thieves Guild did it.
You don't know that.
And you don't know when to leave a man to his drink.
Do you have anything, Cormac?
Cormac, you seem troubled.
For too long have I lived with the knowledge that my order tortures its initiates and twists their minds. I need to know how high this evil reaches. If my whole order is corrupt, what does it mean to be a Templar? What am I?
An honorable man who dedicated himself to a cause he believed righteous.
But it wasn't, was it? The guilty will answer for their transgressions. I swear it. I have heard that the Grand Maester himself is in Westmarch. It is imperative that I find and speak to him. I will tell him of the sins his order is committing.
Cormac, he leads the order. Do you not see?
No, you are wrong. My first memories of being a Templar are of him comforting me, welcoming me to the Brotherhood. I looked into his eyes. He is a good man, I tell you.
We'll see. Are we doing that now?
Today is the day I find out how deep the Order's corruption runs.
You are ready to put a stop to the Order's madness.
I will do it, even if it means going against my entire Order. I could use a good friend by my side.
Of course.
This is one of our strongholds. I will have my answers soon.
This could go badly. Be ready.
Cormac! Everyone says you helped slay Azmodan and Belial. They're calling you the greatest
He's over
of
there.
all the Templar.
It's good to see you as well, brother. But I come with troubling news about the Order. I must speak with the Grand Maester.
You're in luck. He's here. Standing orders are to send you to him upon your return. Take this, the Grand Maester's new proclamation.
You've done us all proud.
This proclamation from the Maester, it's damning. He admits his own guilt. How could I have not seen this?
The day of reckoning is at hand. We will rise from the ashes of Westmarch and lead mankind into the light. We shall have recruits by the thousands. Every citizen will be another Templar added to the cause. Once cleansed by the Inquisitors, they will become an unstoppable force.
We know you had nothing to do with Jondar's corruption, Cormac. You're a hero.
Alright, just checking. Making sure that wasn't cut off.
Our time has finally come, and we owe it all to you.
Bring me that whip. It is time to purify this initiate.
Well, this is a damning sight.
Stop! How can you do this to your fellow Templar?
We bless them with the truth, as we did for you, Cormac. But if the greatest of all Templar wishes them freed, it shall be so. We've been ordered to take you to the Grand Maester as soon as possible. Follow me.
Cormac, the shining example of a true Templar. We have much to talk about.
Yes, we do, Grand Maester. You
Watch
have betrayed
it.
us all, starting with the torment of our initiation.
It was brutal but necessary. I did the hard things no one else would, for the ascension of humanity. I carry the weight of my actions with me always. Are you ready to make a similar sacrifice, Cormac? Will you stand with me and become Meister in due time? I need you.
But... No! Your power has driven you to madness if you think I would help you rule over mankind!
This saddens me greatly, my son. I am sorry. Kill him.
That is not happening. Just a bunch of whites and grays.
Man is a flawed being. Time and again we have seen good men given to temptation. Though it is painful,
I'm overburdened.
I have found only one answer. We must cleanse the minds of our recruits, so they will never fall prey to the corruption of the demons, or the blind self-righteousness of the angels.
Dedicated my life to a lie. Everything I thought I knew, it was all in the service of a madman. I swear that every Templar I meet will be freed from the lies of the Order. And if they refuse, I will be forced to convince them.
Okay, gotta unload. Nothing else, Cormac?
Lyndon left a dagger here earlier. I'm guessing you're behind that.
Anything interesting about it?
Let me look. It's well crafted for a Kingsport blade, and oh, the hilt seems to be hollow. Someone hid a note inside. Here, you should take it to Lyndon. I thought on what you said, and you may have been right. Can't bear the thought of another friend's death.
Good point. Better to spend your life alone, with no friends at all. Much better that way.
Do you ever just say something like a normal person? Well, you have a point.
Can't talk to him? Huh.
We can't start to rebuild until we know that the one who caused this devastation is dead.
I am still searching for him. I swear to you, he will pay.
I hope so.
I joined a caravan of refugees heading to Bramwell, but we never made it there. Brigands slaughtered everyone. I ran into the forest and hid for days before I dared come out. How am I ever going to find my son?
Peter and Lara have been playing hide from the monster all day. Such imaginative children.
I hope you're right.
Of course I am.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, doesn't it turn out that she's in denial that her children are dead? Not sure.
The people of Westmarch are starting to rebuild the city and bury their dead. Their strength is an inspiration. But there are children that witnessed their family being torn apart. Others climbed over piles of corpses to get to safety. What will they make of the world when they grow up? The city has scars that will linger for generations. Deckard Cain wrote much about the Pandemonium Fortress. He kept meticulous notes, drew sketches, and even made some maps. But nothing matches what is there now. The fortress has changed so much since Malthael took over.
I tried to leave the city today, but the gates are all closed. The guards won't let anyone in or out.
What are you going to do?
Stay here and hide, I guess. I am a coward.
Stop that! You're a good man.
According to the records, King Rakkus had a strong jaw, hair as black as night, and wore gleaming armor over his muscular... Sorry, what was I talking about? Every time Westmarch is invaded, a hero appears to save it. History is much easier to write with a strong protagonist. Rakkus and his sons built much of Westmarch during their time. The ruins and the marshes outside the city may be their work too. Of course, whenever I ask the Crown for gold to further my excavations, there's always a more pressing matter at hand.
The Zakarum Church always held an unhealthy sway in Westmarch, even after the ascension of rulers more interested in power than religion. When the true nature of the faith was finally exposed, however, it completely eroded any influence the church had over civil affairs. And rightly so, I might add.
I see death everywhere. Even when amongst the living, I see the specter of endless night. But you are different. Death's shadow surrounds you. It obscures all else.
Okay, if I'm gonna try switching back to Linden, I should probably put the amethyst back in the helmet and upgrade the diamonds. Let's go ahead and do that. Oh, you got something too, Shen?
In the end, Zai trapped her just in the ruby Lyria had worn. Zai kept the stone around his neck as a reminder. In time, though, the burden grew too great to bear, and he cast off the stone. His divinity? Everything. Where there once stood a young god, there was now just an old man.
An old man, you say?
So the story says.
Boy, just making those two is gonna wipe me out, though. Oh well. Okay, let's put that there. That brought it up by like a full 100,000. And let's pop these in. About 85 to 92%.
I've met a lot of these people before in Bastion's Cape. You don't have a weapon. It's not fair. Then there's Cormac and Lyndon. They don't like me much. Arena's very nice, though.
Sorry, I'd rather fight than talk to people.
Alright, let's try taking Lyndon out.
If there's treasure to be had, then I'm in.
You got something now, Cormac?
The Grand Maester, behind the Order's corruption. Deep down, I think I always knew. Perhaps that's why I never felt worthy of the Order. As if I was not a true Templar.
They could beat your mind into submission, but never your heart. So what will you do with your life now? What will you believe in?
I believe in you and your quest. This world must be saved, regardless of the corruption of the Templar.
Why did your gear lose its transmogs? Well, I guess we'll just leave you like that.
When I was forced to admit my beliefs were wrong, I was lost. I was afraid I would always feel that way. But instead, a sense of calmness has come over me. I'm no longer at war with myself.
A false belief will hold you back in the same way a true belief will set you free. Now you have your freedom, Cormac.
Despite all of this, I find myself with hope for the future.
Ah, you're talking about Irena.
No! No, of course not. I do find her company stimulating. Yeah, I do enjoy her unique way of looking at things, but... I mean, no.
I wager she'd be interested to know you've left your vows behind. You should tell her.
What? Well, you know... I mean, she is quite interesting. So, yeah, I suppose so. Perhaps I should. Maybe.
Ooh, this will be fun. Oh, I do that extremely well.
Cormac, you seem so sad.
Do you know how it feels? My city destroyed. The people I knew dead.
I do. We share the same grief and the same pain.
Would you talk with me? All of this weighs heavily upon my soul.
Yeah, before you do that, let's take care of your equipment situation. Just hide you back for a moment.
Today?
Yeah, it loses its transmogs when we dismiss them. That's weird. Why don't you just let me hold that for you for a while? I'm just putting it right here.
They will run when they see us.
You, mentioned that I should speak with Irena. I don't think I can do that.
Ah, that's a pity. So, Lyndon has a second chance with her.
What? That cad? Oh, she's already seen right through his lecherous ways. Surely he'd have no luck. Would he?
Perhaps she will grow to admire his persistence and his courage. Come now, friend. You face death every day. Irena's not going to kill you. Probably.
Boy, Cormac, how many conversations is this gonna take?
Irena, was... Never mind. It was of no importance.
Cormac?
Yes. Well, Irena, I just wish to inform you that, I've left the Order. I'm no longer a Templar, nor bound by their rules.
What are you saying?
I would like it if... I mean, when this is over, would you consider, adventuring at my side?
Of course I would. I would be honored to fight alongside you. I feel as close to you as I did to my sisters.
Oh. Yes, of course. Sisters. Indeed.
Oh, Cormac. Don't just drop the matter, make her understand it's better to lose her altogether than to torture yourself. Then again, what do I know about it? How did that poem go? To feel the warmth of holding her close, to taste the sweetness of her kiss, to be swallowed up in the endless pools of her eyes. For that, I would be dedicated to her happiness above all else. I would be her strength, wiping her tears and lifting her up always. And it goes on like that for a while. Moving on. Come on, Lyndon, we gotta get you some gear. We shouldn't need any more crafting materials, actually.
Do you prefer slashing or stabbing? Or shooting?
We're waiting for drops from now on. See, I can't even afford this now. I'm not sure it's worth the crafting. Well, it doesn't take materials anyway, but...
You almost make theft unnecessary.
Ah, good.
Cormac, I did not know that you wrote. What are you working on?
Huh? Oh, this? It's nothing. Just a letter. To gather my thoughts.
You should share your thoughts with me. I would hear them, if you would like.
I would. I suppose I don't need this. Let me just throw it on the fire.
Oh, Cormac. I think you still have a chance. Just be direct. Well, these have strength on them, but I don't really have the money to get anything else right now. Why don't you just take these, Lyndon? We'll switch them out when we're able to. Well, no, it doesn't suit you, actually, but it's gonna have to do. Then again, we could at the very least put a emerald in that one. That'd be something. Yeah, dexterity.
Ah.
Let's see which one of these is slightly better for you. I guess that one.
I'll take that.
Hopefully something will drop. Alright. Finally time to continue on. Gonna have to get back to where we were before. Oh, this stuff is respawned. I probably should have just town portaled back and then just left the game running the whole time. I was trying to deal with maintenance, but my major concern was dealing with the fire alarm going off. There you go. It was almost too slow there.
Bad luck for you, friend.
Come on.
Feels like we're so removed from everything. It's hard to believe our world is still under attack. I suppose that's why we have to keep going.
Got fixated on chasing the treasure goblin.
The crusade marches on.
Let's make sure we can see here.
More gold for me!
My major concern is arcane trap spawning right under me, the base of it. Let's see. Yeah, I'll stick with that.
Power before Zakarum.
Okay. Well, at this point, let's just keep going this way. Did anything drop, though?
Patience.
Okay, this is the main path. Let's see if we can find that sub-level again, since I got interrupted trying to do it before. Yes. Wow, I just realized that is some crossbow you've got. Maybe we should transmute that so it doesn't look so absurd. It's like you got a ballista on your back.
Cower before Zakarum.
Oh. I can't interrupt you doing that. I guess one of the siege runes was over here anyway. Oh, that's exactly what I was afraid of. Okay, here we go. Okay.
Pandemonium is the alpha and the omega of the eternal conflict. It lies at the center of all things, linking the realms of heaven and hell. Long ago, when the angels were young, the aspect of wisdom found the eye of Anu here. He named it the World Stone, and all of heaven swore to protect it.
Okay, let's try this again.
Make your peace quickly. Before Zakarum. Make your peace quickly.
We did it!
Chaff before the wind. Not yet.
I'm missing that faster cooldown. I wasn't far enough away. So that's the end? No chest or anything? Well, I'll cut it out, but I'm just gonna check the rest of this. Make sure we're not missing something good like a resplendent chest or anything. No, nothing but a couple regular chests. I think after all that build-up, there'll be something good in here.
Had enough?
destined to be our battlefield. It was formed in the chaos of the last struggle between the Diamond Warrior Anu and the Dragon Tathamet. Now, eons of war have scarred every patch of ground. The cycle of victory and defeat is the foundation of our existence and the essence of the eternal conflict.
Yeah, I don't seem to be having any issues. Let's just leave Cormac and Irena alone for a while. Lyndon, maybe spending some time with her will get him to muster his courage. I might get him back when I get to Maltheo, just to be on the safe side. Having some lag issues, though. Alright, that was a good move on your part. Honestly, it's a little contrived that when I do that, they all don't run out of the way. A lot of times they'll run into the circle, which admittedly doesn't make a lot of sense. Uh-oh.
Riches!
Settle down. From certain angles, it almost looks like you've got like a hang glider on your back or something. That crossbow is just absurd. Next time we go back to town, we'll transmute it.
War raged through Pandemonium. The aspect of justice called for a fortress to be raised around the Worldstone. We built a shining citadel, but in time it fell to the demons. It has since changed hands countless times, becoming a patchwork of angelic and demonic expression.
Nephilim, over here.
Yes?
We found ancient siege weaponry that we can use to create a diversion and draw Malthael's creatures away from the ramp. We can't fight and repair it at the same time. Protect us while we do our work.
You got it.
I'm under attack! Help me!
You are not. No, you are not. They are all over here.
I'm under attack! Help me! Kill that thing! It may drive off the rest of them. Weaponry is restored. This will help keep the Angel of Death's minions occupied. You are a noble warrior. We are proud to fight by your side.
Likewise. Oh. Hello? Yeah, we're having some lag issues tonight. Let's try to remember that's there. Get that section first. Actually, we'll continue in just a moment.